Hi guys. And the dogs rejoice. It's been a crazy week, and I'm really glad that we did attitude this week because let me tell you, there were so many times where I could have just been like, what the duck is going on, and gotten angry and gotten like or gotten upset and taking things personally. And I didn't, because I was like, it's funny. The challenge this week was attitude. Hi, Nims. Say hi. My baby. Challenge this week was attitude. Why is attitude so important? Well, if this week hasn't shown you, there's probably not much that I can tell you. For me, the experience alone, and it's only Thursday. Dear heaven, help me for what tomorrow holds. There are some things that you just have to experience. You know what I mean? So, attitude. I typically am a happy, bouncy, rose-colored glasses, very positive kind of an outlook person. Why? Well, because I have a choice, and that's my choice that I make. Do things go wrong? Yeah, constantly. I have 2 kids. Things are always going wrong. I rarely leave the house on time every morning, and we leave at the same time every morning. It doesn't matter. Crap happens. Okay? How we deal with it is our thing. The kids were supposed to be away more than normal this week. And I was stressing about that last week. Because I was like, I'm going to miss them. I'm going to be upset. I feel like I'm missing out on things. And it turns out the kids are only away one night this week. Tonight. And I was a little frustrated at first. Not for me, but because their father had said that they wanted to spend extra time with them. He's off all week. And he was like, yeah, I really want to spend time with them. And I was like, okay, great. And then he said he only wanted them one night. And I was like, how do you go from 4 days to, I don't even want both my days. I just want one night. I don't know. I don't know. Not my thing. What I do know is that I was very happy to have them all week. We've continued on Dean's birthday. We're just going to be celebrating his birthday for like the rest of the year, apparently. He wasn't interested in opening gifts several nights, so we decided to hold off and celebrate this weekend when we celebrate my birthday, my mother's birthday, December 4th and 6th. So we're having another big birthday weekend because we can. Now, of course, obviously, we don't have a lot of presents to open, so maybe he'll let us open his. I don't know. We'll see. But my attitude, I was thinking of making plans. I wanted to go to the movies. I wanted to go to the movies for a little bit, see Doctor Strange or Fantastic Beasts, something like that. And I just haven't been able to. And I could have been let down about that. I wasn't. But I looked into making other plans, and I'm really glad that I didn't. For obvious reasons, I would have had to cancel, and that would have sucked. Tonight, of course, Muay Thai, yay, rock on. I pulled a muscle last night, night before in my sleep. I must have been doing martial arts in my dreams or MMA fighting. I'm not sure. I pulled a muscle in my right leg after I hurt myself Saturday, overdoing it, way overdoing it. I way overdid it. Then I got sick. I cracked a tooth, a molar, on a Ricola this morning. I literally just have had just the weirdest week ever. Just something, constantly being something. I pulled this muscle in my neck. Couldn't move my neck for 2 days. Finally, it's feeling better, but I still can't go that's as far as I can get. So there's that. But yes, I'm going to class tonight because you'd have to break something to keep me away from class. Pretty much. And even then, once I got the cast, I'm good. I consider that an extra weapon, right? So it's been challenging, to say the least. But my attitude has been one of gratitude and abundance and prosperity. Why? Because I have the choice. I've been sick, I've been hurt, and that sucks. Last night, I pulled out a microwave dinner for myself after making the kids their stuff because I really didn't feel like doing anything else. And I opened the package, and the package was torn. Like, the plastic on the top was cut pretty big. And I was like, I am way too tired and hungry. I'm gonna eat this. And my spirit guy was like, you have another of the exact same entree in the freezer. Just throw that away and get the other one. You know, it's open. That's like, who does that? And normally I'd be completely freaked out, germaphobe, OCD, but I wasn't feeling good. I was tired. I was like, no, it's fine. Just leave it. I just want to eat, get the kids settled, and go lay down. I need to rest. She was like, whatever, if you get sick, it's your deal, not mine. It's like, yeah. I don't know how I could have gotten any more sick. I was feeling terrible. So I take it out, and I remember online I was joking about Loki. Loki is the Norse god of mischief and trouble. And I was like, it really hasn't been a bad day. I can't complain about Loki, And I took my plate out of the microwave, and I put it on the counter and went to stir it, and the plate just fell to the floor on my feet, on the freshly cleaned floor that I'd cleaned, spent hours cleaning the daggone kitchen. And there was rice in one hand and fish on my feet, and I was like, what the duck, people? What the duck? And Essie was like, I told you shouldn't eat that. And I was like, what? So had I listened the first time, I wouldn't have had to clean that up. Probably. I cleaned it up, put it away. Thankfully, the kids were eating, so they were okay for 5 minutes. Got the other one out, stuck it in the microwave, went and sat and ate with them. And I was like, could be pissed off about this. I could take it personally and be like, why? Why do you hate me so much that you have spilled the precious tortilla, fish, and rice? It wasn't anything good, thank God. If that was the ranchero beef, I would have cried like a baby. You would understand. That's the best lean cuisine. But it was fish. Yeah, protein, yay. And I was like, I'm too tired to deal with this. I'm too tired to be upset. I just want to eat and go to bed. Thankfully. And second entree turned out fine. Kids didn't get to bed till late, which is unusual for them, actually. Dean has been, I think, out of his schedule, maybe. I'm not sure. He's been going to bed later and getting up a little later. Although not necessarily, because he's been up at 5:30 every morning this week. Which is hard when Audrey goes to bed at 10:30, because that's not a lot of sleep time, and I try to get things done. And so, yeah, me, sick and tired. But what are you gonna do? Literally, there's nothing you can do. So you can either be like, oh, I'm aggravated. Why, fish? Why? Or you can be like, whatever, I got another one. I'm just gonna make that and move on with life. Today, we had Dean's meeting. They got a fancy new BCBA person to kind of try and do more things with the special needs kids. And we had gotten the draft that the teacher had forwarded us. And on the second part of the draft, the child's name was listed as Alexander. Well, my son's name isn't Alexander. And I was like, did she send me the wrong one? She said, maybe it's an example. So I read through it, and I was like, oh, okay. It's just it's all right, I was going to tease her about it, being a different kid's name. But I realized it wasn't her that had written it. It was the BCBA lady. So we went to the meeting today, and she had handed me the updated draft this morning, but I was at work, so I didn't get a chance to read it before the meeting. When I met the advocate, sorry, I'm dying. She was like, did you see that she had the wrong name? I was like, yeah, but it didn't really upset me that much. She was like, you can't just do that. She's like, you can't copy and paste from one kid's plan to another. She's like, you can't do that. And I was like, I got a long list of complaints. That's on the bottom. So I went into the meeting. A nice girl. I told her straight up, I'm like, this, and this aren't going to work. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. It's like, what's your fallback? What's the what if plan? And she just looked at me, and I was like, this is not the face of a professional who knows what they're doing. And I was like, how do I react to this? Do I get upset? Do I get offended? Do I get sad? Do I get angry? Do I just be like, what is wrong with you? Or do I breathe? And I breathed for a moment. And then the chairperson of the meeting was like, well, we talk about that when we meet again. And I was like, that's not good enough for me. Like, I'm tired. I'm sick. What? I have no filters. I'm out of filters. It's not good enough for me. And everybody looked at me like I had spun my head around and was vomiting pea soup. I'm like, how is this acceptable? And, the teacher was giggling because she knows my son. She knows these things aren't going to work. She can't say anything because, it's not her meeting, but you can see she does this little frown, and I don't even think she means to do it. But if you look over and she's frowning, you know that she agrees with you, and you don't feel so crazy, and I like that. It's a very, very awesome facial, movement. I love her, though. Greatest teacher ever. BCBA, not so much. I think I'm going to have to write a letter. I always get really mean in letters, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Send him a video, but that might be even meaner. So regardless, the meeting did not quite go well. It didn't go badly. It certainly didn't go well. And I left, and the advocate was like, I don't know how I feel. Basically, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm very disappointed that these things weren't addressed. She was like, they could have asked me to do it. I would have done it. I wouldn't have charged it. She would have charged us because she's our advocate, but I would have paid that to have her do the report right the first time with my son's name the right way throughout the report. And I was like, I know that you're frustrated, but regardless, we would have to let them try whatever for 6 weeks. So we're going to let them try. I was like, and then I'm going to be a giant flaming biznitch and be like, I told you it wasn't going to work. Why? Yeah. Although I might write a letter too. We'll see. But attitude, right? I could have let it get to me, but the truth is there's nothing that I can do to control that situation. I can't control the contractor, BCBA lady. Can't. I can say what I have to say. I can, listen to what my advocate says and have my advocate go on the record saying this is not cool. The teacher can't say anything. The teacher that we love can't really say anything. So it is what it is. Breathe. Say your piece. Get it done. Move on. There's so many more things to worry about, right? So many more things. Oh my goodness. And last night, it took us an hour and a half to get home because there was a light out at a pretty important intersection when it's backroads country and there's only so many lights when one of them goes out. And I was sitting in the car with Audrey and Dean, and I thought to myself, can you order pizza to your car? Because we didn't know how long we were going to be there. And we didn't move for a long time. I'm like, what am I going to do with the kids? I was like, I could give them my phone, but they're not going to share it. I was like, well, we'll sing songs and we'll tell stories until I can no longer sing songs and tell stories. Then we'll depend on the phone. And I did. I sang Itsy Bitsy Spider as many times as she asked me to. I sang Twinkle Twinkle. We sang Who Took the Cookie from the Cookie Jar. We sang Do You Like Bananas? I mean, I pulled everything out of my magic hat to keep the kids happy. And shockingly, it worked. Because my only other option was obviously to order pizza to where we were. And Dean doesn't eat pizza, so it would only please 2 of us. So it was quite a day yesterday. It's been quite a week, all week. But I'm kind of excited to see what happens next, because really, if we could get through all that, without being upset, without melting down, although Audrey and Dean have had a few meltdowns this week, but part of my challenge, being a good role model and mother and all that, if I get through all this, yes, I am taking my sprained muscle to Muay Thai tonight. Yes. There can only be better things in the future, or crazier things. In which case, stay tuned for tomorrow's absolute insane video. I'm excited to do more videos, though. I got to catch up. I love you guys. Thank you for watching 15 minutes of me talk about my absolutely crazy week. I love you. I'm super sad I didn't win the lotto. Can you imagine? Yes, that would have been awesome. But, you know, it doesn't stop me from playing because payday is this Friday, so I'll get a ticket tomorrow. I wouldn't be sad with $40 million. With half you get to keep. I wouldn't be sad with $20 million. I mean, I don't know that I'd be set for life. You know, you got to make the kids trust and all that. Get a house. Get a nice house. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do when you win the lottery? I'm not sure. Let's find out. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. I hope your week has been less crazy than mine. Attitude. It's everything. It truly is. Truly. It's an easy week as long as you have control of yourself. I love you. Bye.